When was the last time you saw something that was remotely interesting on television? And do discount what you're currently watching. If you're one of those who think the term thinking television is an oxymoron, you are just part of a growing club.
Kasauti is my favorite.
I want to act in Balaji.
But it wasn't always like this. In simpler, younger times, when we were, well, simpler and younger, television managed to be quite complex. So the serials that we watched in the 80s had emotion, drama, and identifiable human relationships.
विमला अगर ऐसे ही उसे पैसे देती रहेगी, तो तेरे हाथ में एक पैसा भी नहीं आएगा.
And then there was satire, quirky detectives, and totally crazy comedies. All of this on one channel, Doordarshan. Ironical, now you don't get any of that. And we have some 50 channels these days. So in this two-part series, we are going back to those days, rewinding to a time when television was all about us. India's first soap opera was about people like us. They spoke the language of middle-class India. And their concerns were ours. No gloss, not much technique or production values, but instead we got a bunch of people who could have been family. Today, Basesa Ram, Lallu, Badki, Majli, Chutki, Nanhe and Dadima are remembered with the same affection that you remember long-lost friends. When these characters went off-air after Hum Log ended, there was a collective sense of loss. And now over to Vinod Nagpal and Abhinav Chaturvedi, the father-son duo of Basesa Ram and Nanhe, Indian television's first soap stars.
How did the casting happen for Hum Log?
The casting, I think, was basically done by Manohar Joshi himself, because he'd written the characters in such a way. You know, he'd written Nanne after he'd seen Abhinav, or maybe have known Abhinav. He had an idea of what this character would be. You know, he'd be playing cricket, he'd be doing
all the personal traits known to us, like for example, if Vinodji knew how to sing, were given to Basesa Ram.
But the identification was absolutely almost complete. Right now, how do you identify with those painted faces? You tell me. Even you can't, use that much makeup. I mean, they get up from bed, they have the same makeup, they work in the kitchen, they have the same makeup, they wear the same...
Probably that sequence would also be followed in the
same
very well made up.
You know.
In a way, you all were India's first TV stars and you all became celebrities overnight. So how did people react to you?
I remember in Agra once we went and our car was literally mobbed in the sense that they wouldn't let us move. They wanted to pull us out and take us to their various shops. With great difficulty, that is the one time I was scared. Otherwise...
Also, in one of the incidents when we had this awards function in Talkatura Indoor Stadium, and I remember that we had a full-fledged film industry, representation. And in walks the Hum Log team of 5-6 members, led by Dadamuni, Vinodji, Sushmaji, Rajesh Puri, our Dadaji, Lahiri Singh ji, and me. And suddenly the whole, the stadium just goes up.
Electrified. Today they still call me Basesa. I don't mind. It's all right.
Yes, such was the power of the pen that, we were...
But then again, we both will agree that whatever we did was because, and whatever the success of Hum Log hinged on the brilliant script writing of Manohar Joshi. Nobody can deny that.
Mr. Nagpal, you played an alcoholic in the serial. So did people think it was an extension of your personality even off screen?
They always thought I'd आपने पीनी क्या बंद कर दी? There was a character I remember going to Kanpur and on the main bazaar, and they had named one chap Basesa Ram.
Because
the man was a tea holder because he used to drink all day.
When the show came to an end, did you ever imagine that your characters would live so long after that?
No, I didn't really think. Truly speaking, I didn't really think that they would live so long.
I would not have any shame in saying that, a name like Nanhe has still stuck on for 22 years, and that's it.
So how did you feel when the show came to an end?
It was very emotional breakup. We all cried.
So it was a very emotional send-off. I mean, like, for all of us, it was like really painful. Had Hum Log not happened, probably things would have been very different. And then nobody would take us seriously in any other profession.
In the 80s too, television was about family drama, but it was much more progressive. Can you imagine talent like Manohar Shyam Joshi, Kundan Shah, Govind Helani, Saeed Mirza and Pankaj Parashar working for television all at the same time? It sounds next to impossible in today's scenario, doesn't it? But it was happening way back then. So were the 80s the golden period of television? And if television is a record of our times, then what does it say about the people that we are today?
We always seem to feel that anything with a certain amount of substance and depth becomes boring, which is not true.
I'm really sorry to see what they're doing on television, but the way they're shooting it, the way they have those repeat cuts, which I suppose, the first to do it, but the way they're doing it and how many times in an episode, so many shows are doing that. Shook, 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 that thing that keeps on happening. I mean, it's a new kind of cinema that has been discovered.
I would blame the people at the top who choose what they want to. There's so much choice, but then what you choose is the problem.
Let's not blame the audience. In a way, we are abusing the intelligence of the audience by saying that the audience wants this. No.
That character of Haveli Ram stuck on to Alok Nath for a little too long.
You will never make a classic if you step out saying, hang on, I'm going to make a classic.
This show brought to you by Lay's, हर प्रोग्राम का मेन फूड. Maggi sauces, अब 8 अनोखे फ्लेवर्स में. It's different.
फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो.
तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले. 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 लगा हाथ के सूरज सुबह निकाला करे. हथेलियों में भरे धूप और उछाला करे. ओ लगा हाथ के सूरज सुबह निकाला करे. हथेलियों में भरे धूप और उछाला करे. उफक पे पाँव रखो और चलो अकड़ के चलो. उफक पे पाँव रखो और चलो अकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो. तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले. तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले. हिंदुस्तान चले. चलो.
Concerned? Enough to make you lose your sleep? Fortunately, there's a simple solution. Plant a tree. Each one, plant one.
From India's most high-profile business events to the biggest stories.
You're watching Business Buzz on Times Now.
India is now part of the global economy.
From the markets to the corporates.
This is India happening, and we are just a part of India happening.
Backed by the Economic Times and Reuters.
It all comes down to having better products at lower total cost of ownership, and I think we've done it.
Times Now keeps you ahead on business.
Bringing every Indian to its true potential. It's important to transform lives of people.
And not just the numbers. Business Buzz. Weekdays at these times, only on Times Now.
Ramesh Sippy's first television serial Bunyad is called the Sholay of Indian television, and with good reason. It showed you how masterpieces were possible in a medium which now happily can be called the idiot box with good reason. The delicate web of human relationships and the motivations that govern them were sketched out carefully. This partition saga with its ensemble cast is the stuff of unforgettable TV.
All the characters of Bunyad became equally popular, but it was Alok Nath who played Master Haveli Ram who suffered from an identity crisis after the show got over. He received a lot of accolades for his portrayal, but was stuck playing grey-haired characters for the rest of his acting career. And now over to Master Ji himself for a lesson in history, in this case, TV history.
We had a meeting with Mr. Sippy in his office, and he said, if you're willing to give me a year, I'm willing to give you this role. Luckily for us, the experience of first 26 episodes working with him was that we were shooting on a film medium, on 16mm. So what people watched, the final of the first 26 episodes was actually a film condensed to the medium of a serial. I was, I must be around 25. That character of Haveli Ram stuck on to Alok Nath for a little too long, that people actually started offering me, roles which were way beyond my age. So I had to struggle a lot to, almost get rid of that image, that aura of the character away from me.
Besides actor Alok Nath, this was also the first tryst with fame for many of the other members of the principal cast of Bunyad. We asked them to take us back in time.
A normal day on the Bunyad set would start at 6:30 a.m. and finish at about, 2 o'clock at night, and you'd have maybe a few hours sleep and you'd come back. We practically lived in Film City. We all had our little rooms allocated to us where, and our wives at that time, they had a party called the Bunyad Widows. Because we hardly came home.
I was asked to play Roshan Lal actually, but then the inherent passion and for an actor to be playing an illegitimate child is much more of importance than just being a happy-go-lucky and very gay person. So he said, but then you won't look brothers of youngest of the lot, because both Dilip and the other one, Mazhar, were younger than me. I had to look younger than them to be playing Satbir. So he gave me about a month, and I went on this strict diet. I lost 10 kilos in 1 month, and I went up to him and he says, "Aiye Satbir ji." So that's how I got Satbir.
We were all household names. Nobody could believe the impact that television would have on an audience. And there was a time when Bunyad was running, when Bunyad was being telecast, that we were like rock stars.
Bunyad, for the first time, also brought home the power of television. The power it could have over people for whom this world of TV characters was as real as their own. When Haveli Ram was believed dead and his wife Lajaji refused to believe it, the nation shared her disbelief. And when Haveli Ram returned home, the impact of the small screen also came along to stay. Why Bunyad also took over our imagination was because it went out to a generation still scarred by partition.
I'm a Sindhi, and my parents also, during partition, came from Sindh to Lucknow. And when my mother used to watch Bunyad, she used to cry because it was her life. My Nana left exactly like Haveli Ram's father. My Nana left Sindh 5 years after partition, a shattered man. So many families were displaced, as we all know, that it struck an emotional and a very real chord in the lives of the Indian people. It meant something to the audience.
So how did life change after Bunyad for the cast? We asked actor Dalip Tahil to describe those heady days.
Bunyad cast and crew invited to Delhi for a party. And at that time, the relationship on screen between Soni Razdhan and me was that we were a little estranged. So the party was in progress, and Soni was standing somewhere else, and I was standing somewhere else. And this very charming lady called me, this old lady, she called me and said, "Puttar ithya." And I went there, and I sat down next to her, and she told me in Punjabi, she said, "Puttar, this is the problem between you and your wife. See, she's standing there and socializing, and you're standing far away from her. You should be together." She did not realize, obviously, that, Soni, but I took that as a cue. I played the macho sort of guy. I called Soni from across the garden. I said, "Oi, Boti, ithya." And she came. And Soni was like, she said, "What on earth is wrong with Dalip? Has he gone mad? What's he calling me Voti for?" And things like that. But she came over, and I told her what the lady said. And after that, Soni and me, for that particular party, we just stayed together throughout the party so that that lady could feel happy.
Countless TV serials have come and gone, but no one, not even Ramesh Sippy himself, has been able to recreate the magic of his television debut.
I am extremely proud and privileged to have been part of it. Because you can't go out saying, "Hey, I'm going to make a classic." You will never make a classic.
The fact of realizing of your dream being coming true, that was a great feeling. It was a great feeling which lingers on till today, and I think it will linger on forever. And I tell you, in these last 25 years, I've never felt the way I used to in Bunyad.
I didn't expect it to be such a big success.
अपने काले कामों पर पर्दा डालने की कोशिश मत कीजिए।
From India's most high-profile business events to the biggest stories.
You're watching Business Buzz on Times Now.
India is now part of the global economy.
From the markets to the corporates.
This is India happening, and we are just a part of India happening.
Backed by the Economic Times and Reuters.
It all comes down to having better products at lower total cost of ownership, and I think we've done it.
Times Now keeps you ahead on business.
Bringing every Indian to its true potential. It's important to transform lives of people.
And not just the numbers. Business Buzz. Weekdays at these times, only on Times Now.
Brought to you by Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance. Jaisi Zarurat, Vaisa Insurance.
HP All-in-One. Print, scan, copy, fax. State Bank of India. Pure banking, nothing else.
Start your day on the right note.
Good morning and welcome to News Now Morning. Bright, cheerful day ahead for you.
Be informed and power-packed.
And get your first dose of news from the world of politics, business, sports, glitz and glamour.
On India's most comprehensive news bulletin.
The developing stories and the follow-ups. The big story yesterday and what could be the big story today.
News Now Morning. Daily at these times, only on Times Now. Don't just watch. Be involved. Be a citizen reporter. If you have video footage, still pictures, or any other clip that merits being in the news, send it to us at citizenreporter@timesnow.tv.
When was the last time you said 3 little words and it took you places? Places like this. And this. And this.
Every week, Viraf takes a break with our camera crew from an Indian metro to places in India that are largely unexplored. All within 3 to 4 days and within a budget. Take a break at these times only on Times Now Weekend.
By the mid-80s, India had been a free country for more than 40 years, and some of our filmmakers chose to explore the turbulent roots of India through their work. While Bunyad told the tale of a family divided after partition, Tamas was a lot starker in its approach and relived the horrors of partition through this TV miniseries.
Tamas was shot like a 5-hour film on 16mm and then converted to a mini-series for Doordarshan in 1988.
Satnam Sri Vaheguru.
Director Govind Nihalani had vivid childhood images of the partition. After he read Bhisham Sahani's book Tamas, he knew he had found the perfect basis for the story he wanted to tell.